Montreal Canadiens, that's my team. Montreal went into New York to take on the New York Rangers, and they played a near perfect game for a team that's struggling on defense. They've kind of rejigged their way they're playing defense, and it's working. They're playing kind of low event hockey, so it's not as exciting as we're used to, but it's working. That's what's important. I'm going to tell you about it. I'm going to tell you who scored, how they scored, some stats of the game, my 3 stars, my Canadiens 3 stars, and that's all right here at Talking Habs, home of Habs hockey, where everything's dedicated to the Habs and all things hockey. So if you're looking for Habs content and you like my video, head down there, subscribe, ring the notifications bell, and that's going to get you your daily fix of Bleu, Blanc, Rouge. And while you're on the way down there, give a thumbs up if you like the video, and any comments you may have on the game about anything that happened in the game, about this video in the comment section down below. So Montreal went into New York basically on 1 win in 12 games. Basically, they've won 1 game out of 12. That's I can't even remember who the game was, but the New York Islanders, and they go into New York having lost the night before to Colorado at home. And it was a really well-fought game. They kind of deserved a win there, but didn't come out with a win. Caden Primo, his first game, he was kind of shaky in the first, and that's pretty much what cost them that game, but he definitely found his game second and third periods, and Montreal kind of marched back and almost came back all the way. So in this game, Montreal leads off the scoring in the first period. Now let me put it this way. I thought the game started at 7:30, but that's next week. The Ottawa game, I mixed them up. So I didn't actually start checking the game out till 7:30 as I'm going online to live stream the first period, as I do for every hockey game. And so I missed the first 10 minutes. But I turned it on just in time to see Brendan Gallagher score his 13th goal, team leading. And it was a beautiful passing play. I don't have all the details because, like I said, I was live streaming and I didn't write things down and all that stuff. Anyway, but it was a beautiful passing play that culminated in Gallagher getting the puck and shooting it in the net, and Montreal going ahead 1-0. And like I said, it's kind of, they play low event hockey now, which is working for them. It's causing less odd man rushes, less defensive breakdowns, less defensemen being caught pinching in and not being able to get back and stuff like that, cutting down on goals against. And also, though, it seems that they might not have as much offense in this system that they had before. So we might see less goals for Montreal going forward, but that might culminate in more wins. And if you want to make the playoffs, you got to win more. And usually in playoff hockey, it's not high scoring, so this could work for them as long as they can manage to keep this. The problem being is the lack of depth on defense means that you've got Petrie, Weber, and Sherratt playing way too many minutes. It can't keep up. So this could be a problem down the road, but for right now it's working, and they're going to need to address this problem. Even though they're starting to play better and maybe get a few more wins, they're going to need to address this problem, or we're going to be faced with another losing streak or something down the road. But for now, it's working. So that was Galley's 13th goal from Tatar and Deneau. I might have it reversed. It might be Deneau and Tatar, but it's that line got the goal. So Montreal up 1-0. So basically, they play a pretty back and forth kind of hockey. Few chances for both teams. Carey Price looking really good. Back to being Carey Price. November's over, and Carey Price is back. That was a blip. Hopefully, going forward, this is the way he plays. Like last season, when he was struggling, and then he managed to find his game, and he was quite good the rest of the way. So hopefully that'll keep up, and it's something we're going to need, quite frankly. So second period, I'll give shots on goal. Montreal had 11 in that period. New York Rangers 8. No penalties in that period. So at 2:30 in, there was a miscue at the offensive zone blue line by Leskinen. Sort of. They passed the puck back up to Leskinen at the point. The New York Rangers at Madison Square Garden, their ice, there's so many events there that their ice is known to be crappy. bumpy and crappy. So what happened here, just as the puck's getting to his stick, it bounces over. It hits a bump and bounces over. Happens to be rookie Leskinen in his second game. It looks bad, but it really not his fault. Could happen to anybody. And what happened is there's a guy there, Brendan Smith, and he is going forward momentum while Leskinen is kind of standing still. So he gets a breakaway. Leskinen has no hope to catch him. And he puts, a really nice backhand roofer over Price's pads. And he scores to tie it up. So it's Brendan Smith's third goal, no assists. At 10:45, Philip, I think it's Heidel, he goes off for tripping. It's the first penalty of the game. Price makes at least one huge stop on that penalty kill. So penalty kill is successful and Price is solid. At 13:57, Sherratt goes off for interference. A few minutes later, he goes off for tripping. And then Price on that second one, Price made, I think, 5 stops that were really A1. Saved that from being a successful power play for the Rangers. And he just looking fantastic. Looking like he's keeping us in the game. And you guys better go out and score. So, all this hard work by Price isn't going to waste. So that period ends with no more offense. Montreal, another 11 shots. And the Rangers 14. Rangers 0 for 2 on the power play. Montreal 0 for 1. So thank God Rangers didn't get any. So the PK's looking really good again. Starting, it's like 5 games now in a row. They've given up, I think, only 1 power play goal against. Maybe it's 6 games. So the PK's finding its feet. And if they can go forward like this, that number will go up. And we won't be as nervous when a team gets a power play on us. Third period. Again, it's tied 1-1, and there's chances on both sides, but nobody's connecting. But Montreal's getting some really good chances. So is New York, and Carey Price is coming up big, and so is Georgiev. I don't know how to pronounce his name. I'm going to just say Georgiev, because that's what it looks like. And he's coming up big too, so goaltending duel battle kind of, right? So at 18:53, though, it's 1-1. Looks like we're going into overtime. We're worried about overtime because Montreal's not doing great in overtime. At 18:53, there's a turnover at center ice. I don't remember how Nick Cousins gets the puck. I really don't. But he breaks up ice, and he gets into the slot, and he fires a shot. I saw it as the rebound comes out to Nate Thompson, who's skating in hard, and he just a little flick on the backhand into the open side of the net. In reading about it, I think it's possible the rebound came back to Cousins, who passed it off to Thompson. But for me, that doesn't make sense in this way. They gave us an assist to Nick Suzuki for starting the play. I think Nick Suzuki broke the play up in the center ice. If he got the second assist, I don't see how Cousins shot, got the rebound, passed it over to Thompson, and Suzuki gets an assist. So I think the rebound went to Thompson. Anyway, and a beautiful, no hesitate, just boom, right into the net. It was a real bang-bang play, and we're up 2-1 with 1 minute and 7 seconds left. So, of course, as soon as they can, they pull the goalie. Oh, by the way, that's Thompson's second goal from Cousins and Suzuki. So they pull the goalie with right around the minute mark. They didn't take long. They get possession. They pull the goalie. They get a couple of opportunities, but they can't put the puck in the net. And with 10 seconds left, I don't know who it was, but cleared it down to the other end of the ice, and it was over. So, beautiful game. Montreal's putting their new system to work, and it worked here. It's a kind of a revenge game because they beat us that horrible game last time in Montreal. So it was just really nice to get. You should see the guys on the bench when that goal was scored. They all just leaped to their feet and they needed a win. They didn't need this to be another loss, go into overtime or a shootout and lose. They played a really great game. Price was superb. Okay, so shots on goal, 33 to... oh, by the way, Montreal had another 11 shots on goal. 11. Really weird. Okay, so shots on goal, 33 to 30 for Montreal. Montreal dominating in the face-off circle, 61% to 39%. 0 for 1 on the power play for Montreal, 0 for 2 for the... or it might have been 0 for 2 for the Rangers, 0 for 2. Penalty kill was good again tonight. Price was awesome again tonight. So Habs are now second in the Atlantic. I didn't write their record down. That's stupid me. But they're second in the Atlantic. Florida is 1 point behind. They have 3 games in hand. So hopefully they'll lose those. Buffalo is also 1 behind, I think, and 1 game in hand. I know that Toronto is 2 points behind us. 0 games. There's no more games in hand between the 2 teams. 3 stars of the night. The 3 stars of the night for Montreal. 3rd star, Galley, for that first goal. And just his play all night. Galley is just so consistently such a hard worker, never gives up. You can never count this guy out. And by the way, good stick work by the defensive stick work by the Habs all night. Those defensive sticks really got in there and broke up passes, and really good work that way. Okay, so back to Galley being the 3rd star. 2nd star, Nate Thompson for that game-winning goal. He played well all night, but definitely the game-winning goal, the way it was scored, definitely deserves a star for that. And 1st star, our goalie, who's back and solid, Carey Price, made some really good saves, especially on the penalty kill. So, yeah, Price gets the 1st star. So next game, I'll give you the next 2 games are next Tuesday and Wednesday, back-to-backs again. They're in Pittsburgh on Tuesday at 7 o'clock, and they're at home to the Ottawa Senators at 7:30. So remember that. The Ottawa game is the 7:30 game, so a little later start. And that's it. So hopefully you like the video. You can give it a thumbs up. And while you're on the way down there to do that, subscribe, ring the notifications bell, and that's going to get you your daily fix of Blue Blanc Rouge from Talking Habs. And, yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. Really appreciate that. Go Habs, go! And I'll see you next game. Oh, well, tonight, I'll do a live stream tonight at 7 o'clock. So if you're into that, 7 o'clock live stream. I'm running too long. As always, I always do that. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Go Habs, go. Once again, bye, y'all.